Right, welcome back. We're in the last few minutes of our conversation here with the Minister of Basic Education, Minister Angie Motshekga, and Deputy Minister Enver, and we're talking particularly today about the education districts and the role that they're playing in our education system. And we've been getting some great testimony from the guys that are, and women who are working right at the rock face there in those various districts, and getting a sense of some of the challenges, but also some of the successes that are taking place on the ground. Minister, one question that's just been fed to me now is how do we monitor in the setup that's there now if teachers are doing their job? If you know, we used to have this whole sort of school inspector who used to come in, sit down and observe. How are we doing that process now?
You know, as the director from Congo explains, it happens at different levels. The first level, we say the school itself. You know, Peter, schools have a very solid management structure, which was not there when I was a teacher. When I was a teacher, we only had the principal to supervise everybody else. Now you have,
does that mean? I don't
in most
so.
instances, you will have the principal and two deputies, the heads of department. They are the ones who are supposed to start off with the monitoring of the curriculum first. Then, as she explained, then we have monitoring done by circuit inspectors, also quite clarifying what they need to do, and districts. And that's the centrality of districts, that they have to make sure that that which we have agreed upon at provincial and national level gets implemented at a school level. So districts do the monitoring, circuits do the monitoring, but schools in particular, the principal himself must be a curriculum leader, must monitor and supervise. The heads of departments must be, because that's what they've been appointed to. So on site, there must be accountability, but throughout the chain, we do it through, I mean, Northwest has the most powerful monitoring system, even in terms of just getting reports from schools, have a proper template, term by term, I think whether it's monthly, to just monitor what's taking place in schools. And that's what we're nationalizing. And that's what is beginning to strengthen the system, the tight monitor. And every province has now developed a very strong monitor. So it's not the inspector on a bicycle. We use ICTs, we use human beings also. At least we use cars now, because during my time we had your circuit inspectors, they were coming in bicycles when I was still a teacher.
Okay. All right. Table number 3, we've got Sipiwe Tlatwayo. Table number 3. Yeah.
Greetings. Greetings, beautiful people of the Rainbow Nation. My name is Sipiwe Tlatwayo. I'm from Standard Bank. South Africa has a high rate of over-indebtedness, personally. Despite the introduction of the National Credit Act, some people still fall victim to reckless lenders. So financial management is a real challenge. I believe that introducing financial management at basic education level is a solution. So what I would like to know from the minister is that what is her opinion on the matter, and does she find the solution feasible? Thank you.
Okay, so financial education, Deputy Minister?
Well, yeah, it's an important element. And, you know, we broadly refer to it as financial literacy. To what extent do we imbue that skill in our learners? We do so in terms of infusing those elements within the curriculum itself. So whether you're looking at your workbooks or your curriculum content broadly, it has those elements. On the other hand, in areas of the economic areas and the accountancy areas, that there is also embedded. And on many occasions, the private sector partners with schools to ensure that they provide that particular resource. So it's almost, in a sense, an additional extracurricular element. So you have it within the curriculum, you have it within your numeracy and literacy content, but you also have it in terms of collaboration with the private sector. And we certainly agree that entrepreneurship and financial literacy is a very critical element in the 21st century for all our learners. Thank you.
All right. Portia Ndoro tweets, has the department considered implementing character education programs?
You know, our education stands on quite a number of pillars, but we say our aim is to develop well-rounded people. Because what remains of all what we do after the facts have been forgotten, it's the character that remains of the work that we've done. So we take it quite seriously. We have a whole branch which we call care and support. It looks at values, it looks at well-being, it looks at the health of our children. Our latest report did indicate that it's one area that we have to strengthen in terms of the work that we do, because you look at the violence in our schools, your social just understanding of the world, the bullying. So we are paying lots of attention, Peter, around the question of our learner well-being, which is also part of the character, integrity, values that we give to our kids. So it's one area that, it's one of the major areas that we're focusing on, because it's quite important. So we don't want to educate barbarians that will burn libraries when they don't have a road. But let me take the chance and really thank Standard Bank. It's one of our platinum sponsors in the NECT. And in that collaboration, they really do that. So I'm glad that they also here, there are platinum sponsor in the collaboration trust.
But having said that, some of these banks are quite naughty in the way that they entice people to take products, aren't they? So then we need to chat to them. So, all right, okay. Okay, so I think we have the CEO of Umalusi here. Is that table number 4? Are you? Are we? Yes, is that correct? All right. So maybe you can just comment. I guess you're monitoring the quality of the education that's coming through. Your thoughts on how well the districts are doing as you've been monitoring the quality of the education that's coming through.
Morning, Minister, morning, Deputy Minister. My name is Mafura Kometi. I'm the CEO of Umalusi. My observation over the years is that the system is improving. It shows that the interventions that the department is implementing are working. From year to year, when you look at the individual subjects that the department offers, you see an improvement. And that improvement is strengthened by the fact that it shows, as you look at the trends, that it is an improvement that is sustainable. So all I want to say is that it shows that people are really working hard, and that the interventions that these directors are implementing in their different districts are really working. And that is observable with the kind of outcome that we get year after year.
Thank you very much indeed. Benson Mutsumi's got a very important question about some of these private schools that are springing up. Table number 3, Benson Mutsumi. Private schools that are springing up all over the place. Where's Benson? Table number 3. Yeah.
Morning, Peter. Morning, the Minister and the TM. My first question is that, what is the department doing in terms of dealing with, the illegal colleges, that are all over the country? We've just seen one of them just yesterday.
Okay, I don't have time for your second one, unfortunately, so I'm going to go with that one. So okay, we've got these bogus schools that are springing up, taking children's money because they're desperate, and they just close one, another one springs up.
And that's the importance, again, of us working with communities. Because sometimes we don't see them. I've seen some of them in dark flats, dark corridors, and it's parents who are paying. So it's very important for us, as even districts and communities, to work very close with our parents. So at first, we educate them about schools which are unregistered. And province districts themselves do lots of monitoring. We work with police to close some of them. We monitor the ones that we have given license, because some really are good on paper when they start off. And then as soon as parents have paid and we've approved everything else which looks good on paper, then things fall apart. They change the buildings where they were to go to cheaper, dodgy areas. So we do monitor and work close with the police. But what is more important is really, again, the role of parents. Because they're the ones who pay. They're the ones, in a way, who collude with these dodgy, because they're the ones. Sometimes parents are too busy to be able to go and monitor. So we normally encourage parents to say, just once, go through and see the school where your child is. And sometimes, having visited once, you will know that you really have thrown your kids into a den. And for me, the main thing is to get parents to first pay attention, go to a public school. We are giving tax money by taxpayers. We are accountable to you. If there's something you're unhappy with, we are there and forced to make things right. But if you go in for a private deal behind the door, sometimes you're not able to access it. But districts do monitor and work with police to shut them down. But as you say, close here, they're up here. In the meantime, we have to go and check to monitor if our plans are in place. So we're not able to chase all the criminals because we also have a plan that we have to chase. So again, as I say, I normally appeal to parents to just pay attention once, and some of these problems will not be there.
All right. Unfortunately, as always, we run out of time very quickly, but I think we've had an opportunity to certainly unpack these education districts and the work that these great people are doing in the districts and managing this pivotal role that they're playing and celebrating excellence as well. So Minister Angie Motshekga, Deputy Minister Enver, Surty, thank you both for joining us and illuminating this area. And I guess the message for parents is find out where your local district office is and engage. And from all of us here, have a great day, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you at the next one. Department of Labor issues. That'll be in sharp focus next week. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.